Hey guys, so if you are looking to become better, but you want and need a routine, a warm-up routine to follow, then this video is for you because in this video I will be going over all the essentials for the warm-up routines, all of it. So if you guys enjoyed my channel and enjoyed my content recently, or if you're new to it, make sure you subscribe. So let's get straight on into this video. Let me tell you a bit about this. Let me tell you a little bit about this map, right? It's an aim, which you can practice your aim, edit, you can practice your edits, piece control, you can practice that. And it also, they have a 1v1 free build where you can just practice your building. I think it's really essential for you to practice all these things if you want to get good on keyboard and mouse. And I think, I know it's difficult in the beginning, but guys, if you want to be good, you need to be determined to play this. So let's head straight on into this. We're gonna head straight on into this map. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this map, so let's get right into it. So let's talk about a little bit about the course. So once you load in, it should look like this. It has an aim, edit, piece control, and free build like I had just mentioned right before we headed on into it. And now let's head straight on into the piece control and let me show you around. So there's different courses, there's easy, hard, there's so many different courses that you can choose from in so many different scenarios. So I think that, this is great practice, if you guys are really determined to get good on keyboard and mouse, I think that this would definitely be this was my go-to training map that I did back in 2020 when I first learned how to play on keyboard and mouse. It was definitely a struggle because I had a crappy membrane keyboard, but now that now that 5 years later, I was able to get myself a mechanical keyboard. I think that that's just phenomenal, and I still play keyboard and mouse to this day, and I'm still learning a little bit too, here and there, just like you guys are, but I think if you just keep going, I know you got this. And now let's go into the edit course. There are so many different edit courses to choose from. There's edit ups, edit downs, there are like triple edits, which is something I like to practice. And once you get on one, if you want to try it again, if you want to do the course over again, just shoot the button to reset it, and it should reset to how it looked right when you walked up to it. So let me see if I can get all of these triple edits right now. If you think I could, make sure, if you think I could, hit that like button. And I did. I told you guys I would. So there's edit tunnels, of course, and I like to do the edit ups, me personally. I think that it definitely got me a lot better at editing. It was pretty much a long process of getting good because I wanted to be really good at it. I spent endless hours on it. So okay guys, so now we're gonna head into this edit tunnel right here. It's the hardest one. There's so many builds. Let's see if I can complete it. Okay, I'm doing good so far. I'm doing good. I know I am. But now, let's head into a different course, and let me show you a more bit around. So we're gonna head back to the home, and let's go ahead and go on into the free build. So I don't know why it didn't let me into the portal. So yeah,
you could, choose music. There's different, you could choose night or day. There's different speeds of which you can choose, from. If you want to get faster at building, I personally would recommend going slower, so that, once you're able to, once you go back into normal mode, you should be able to be faster at editing at that point. So I think that, once you get that down, you're all set. Once you load in, it should look something like this. It has the same things as the last map, except it has comp, which I will show you around a bit in just a minute. So, there's different courses that you can choose from, and there's different guns, that you can choose from, of course. Whether it's the pump or the sentinel pump or, I don't know, attack. But let's head into the comp right now and let me show you around. So there's different courses of which you can practice. There's clutch, peace-free build, headshot, and box fights. So we're gonna head into the peace control course right now. And so you just pretty much practice your building in this map, and you will build until you get to this guy at the end, this AI, and you will have great piece control if you practice it 1 to 2 hours a day like I did. Now, if you want to do it a little bit more than that, that's fine, but I think that, if you guys want to get good, do it more. If you guys are looking to go pro, I would, I would probably exceed 1 to 2 hours a day, practicing this. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, and then right on the left side, right in the left middle of your screen, that green 2 arrows, that pretty much means that the amount of times that you've completed or done the course itself. And then if you want to get out of it, you just emote or use your remote signal. So we're gonna get out of this course. We're gonna go and do another course. Let me guys show you around this map, and it's really good. I think it definitely helped me a lot, in growing. So we're gonna head into the peace control map right now, and so there are 24 different courses when it comes to this. Meaning there's 24 different scenarios, and I have practiced practiced this for hours on end, and like anything, guys, the more you practice it, the better you'll be at it, right? Clicks, Tifu, or any pro that you watch that you can think of, they didn't, they had to start off too. They didn't just become good. They didn't just wake up and, know how to do all this. So, practice is essential.
We're going to go over a few things before wrapping up this video. I will also be giving you guys a few extra tips as well. So the first map we went over was really good. It had a variety of courses to choose from. The Peace Control course had so many different options and scenarios to pick. When it came down to the free build section, you were able to choose some music to play in the background, different speeds, and you were able to set the map from night to morning if you wanted. I would give this warm-up map a solid 8 out of 10. It was really good. So the next warm-up map that we went over, Mechanics Training V5, was really good also because of its wide variety of scenarios in the aim training section, as well as its Peace Control course, which had 24 different scenarios to pick and choose from. So moving on to extra tips to tell you guys. The first one, practice makes perfect. So if you guys are sitting there not putting in the time nor the effort, you won't get any better. Of course you're not going to get any better. So you need to put in the time and the effort. Number two, consistency is key. Come up with a schedule for yourself for the amount of times you'll practice throughout the week, and I wouldn't try doing it every day because you'll eventually be burnt out and you won't be determined to continue practicing. And number three, play against players that are better than you. You will learn their play style, learn from your own mistakes, and ultimately get better. Thank you to the people who stuck around to the end. This is DK, signing off.